International scientists published research today showing that an experimental technique of using DNA from 3 people can help mothers avoid passing on devastating genetic diseases to their children. Researchers had previously announced in 2023 that the first babies in Britain had been born using this technique. On Wednesday, scientists published 2 papers in the New England Journal of Medicine showing that this technique resulted in the birth of 8 healthy babies who showed no sign of mitochondrial diseases. It's a technique where scientists swap out the damaged mitochondria, or power sources in a cell, for healthy mitochondria from a donated egg. The method uses DNA from 3 people and required a 2017 law change to approve it.
Mitochondria are these little energy-producing factories, if you like, which all our cells contain. They have their own DNA, and if that DNA carries a mutation, or there's a pathogenic variant, it can cause a range of different types of disease according to specific mutation, but these are all a nasty set of diseases where children can suffer a lot and die.
Lily was my 3rd daughter. She was born 5 weeks early, small but otherwise healthy. At around about 7 weeks old, she started to have these absent seizures where she would stop breathing and just sort of stare into space. And then we had a situation where she had 2 cardiac arrests. And she was rushed into intensive care. We were told at that time that she was highly suspected of having mitochondrial disease. And then the time came where they tried to wean her off life support, but she wasn't responding. We ended up taking Lily home, and she survived for 6 months. And I guess it was during those 6 months that we really started to understand what mitochondrial disease was, what the implications of it were.
They've used a technique called pronuclear transfer, which effectively replaces the bad mitochondria with good mitochondria.
Experts said the babies will still need to be monitored in the long term and said the technique would only be suitable for a small number of couples every year. In the UK, every couple that undergoes this procedure must be approved by the country's fertility regulator.
For someone so tiny, for somebody to make such a big footprint in the world of mitochondrial disease is pretty unique, and I feel very lucky and very privileged to have been her mum and to have been able to set the charity up in honour of her, in her memory, but not for her, but for everybody else.